So it's like 7:30 in the morning now. I've been up for about an hour and it's the morning of Midlands Expo. I'm in a lift. Hey guys, before I start I'm just going to tell you that the Grave of the Fireflies review will probably be up tomorrow because I don't really feel like rewatching that film again right now because I don't feel like crying. So today I'm going to be talking to you about Midlands Expo 2012, which I went to yesterday, and I thought about making a video about it and the sages of Twitter advised me that I should make one, so here it is. Honestly, I expected to get loads of video footage from this expo, but my camera stayed in my pocket the entire day. I got 4 clips, 2 of which were meant to be photos. If you've ever been to a UK expo before, you'll probably know that it's pretty much full of stormtroopers just trolling everything you do if you stand still within a 10-foot radius of them. So I have a few complaints about expo on a whole, but the tickets are cheap enough, so I guess you get what you pay for. A few things that I'm really upset about are like United Publications weren't there, and UP1 are where I basically get all my manga from when I go to expos, and they just weren't there. I don't remember if they were there last year or not. Really upset that they weren't there this year. The other thing that I really need to complain about is the amount of fake merchandise there now. Like so many cheap looking figures and crappy looking wall scrolls. It's just like, I'm not going to bother buying merchandise from these places now because I can't trust them. Now, there were cool things about this expo, but they were few and far between. I didn't go out of my way to meet any of the guests. The queues were all over the place for the guests though. I couldn't even find the queue for the guy who created Final Fantasy, so I didn't even see him. There was a stall selling Tokyo Pop manga, and I was really excited that maybe I could like get things for the Tokyo Pop manga series that I can't finish now, but it was all like the crappy Tokyo Pop stuff that they just can't get rid of. I was really disappointed by that because I was hoping I could get maybe a volume of even Shrine in the Morning Mist, and I couldn't even find one of those. I'm just going to take a break from complaining and I'm just going to read you a review that I found on my anime list, just for you anime fans there. So if you liked Eureka 7, then you might like K-On! Okay? They both have similar thematic influences that deal to a great extent with how autism affects society in different time periods. In Eureka 7, Ranty is an autistic boy with lush hair and an autistic girlfriend. The story deals to a great extent with the hurdles of overcoming the shortcomings and the hurdles of overcoming them in order to fight autism. In K-On!, Yui is a boy. What? To make this video a bit more worthwhile, because I didn't get any clips, I have nothing but complaints, I thought I would do a haul of the things I've got, because although I didn't have that much fun yesterday, expos are the best place to pick up things for a relatively good price. Firstly, I did get a piece of fake merchandise. My friend bought it me for my belated birthday present, and it was a really small Mio wall scroll from K-On!, and it is adorable. I can't figure out where I'm going to put it. I don't really care that it's fake because I do like it a lot. Entertaining video heavy. Oh, carry on what you're doing. I'm going to talk about the one volume of manga that I got as well, which was Blue Exorcist Volume 6, which is one of my favourite manga series, so I was really pleased that I managed to pick this up. However, I ended up paying retail price for this because UP1 weren't there, and I had to buy it from Sheffield Space Centre. I'm not happy about the price, nor am I happy with the condition because it's bent. All the copies were bent. I was just really freaking impatient to get this. I've read this already, it was a good volume, go and pick it up if you can, probably off Amazon because it's cheap off there. To be honest, the only other place that actually got any of my money was Manga UK, because Manga UK are awesome at expos. They do really good deals on stuff that I otherwise couldn't have afforded. My only complaint is they didn't really have enough stock for the amount of people that were there, because the more popular shows, for example, like Black Butler, Baccano, High School of the Dead, Akira, those kind of things, sold out so quickly I couldn't even consider buying them. I had to act then or I wouldn't get it. I missed out on a lot of things I actually wanted because of that. But there are a few things that I did get, so I'm going to share them with you. First, I bought Zam's Lost Memories Collection 2, so I can finally finish this series now, and I'm probably going to marathon it in the next couple of days. I'll probably do a review on this afterwards as well because it is a great show. I got this for £8 I think, which is so cheap. It's unreal. I'm very happy with it. Next up, I bought Evangelion 2.22 You Cannot Advance. I haven't actually seen the first one, haven't seen the second one, haven't seen the series. This was just a blind purchase because someone wants me to watch them, and this was £4. Next is probably the thing that I'm most excited about watching, which is Eden of These, The King of Eden. And I thought it was just the film. I hadn't seen anything about this DVD, I just knew it was really expensive and I couldn't afford it. So I was sat down, I opened it up, and I was like, oh, there's 2 discs. Because there's the prequel movie with it that I didn't know about, so I'm really quite pleased with that. And I got this for £6 I think. It was either 6 or 8, I can't remember. but I'm very excited about watching this. It's a very, very good film. And the last one I got from Manga UK is The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. I don't have an excuse about not having this DVD before because I've seen this film so many times because my friends are like, oh, we'll just put a film on, we'll watch The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, and I've seen it about 5 times now and I still haven't got my own copy, and I really like this film, so I now have my own copy. That was £3 from Manga. Though that's not well, it is technically the end of the haul of things that I got from Expo because there was nothing there that I wanted particularly. We were bored, we were really exhausted, so we decided to head back about 3 hours after we got there, and we passed the shop on the way there and there was a bunch of anime in there that I got for really cheap, and I really want to share that with you. So for those of you who listen to the podcast that I do with my friends, you'll know that I've actually already watched this, but I got volume 1 of Suzuka. It's not a great show, I'll admit, but it was cheap, so I thought, yeah, I'll get it. I quite like the cover art, so I can't remember what the shop was called, but that was less than £2, because it was 3 for £5 because they were selling off all their anime really cheap. Obviously I'm going to buy that. The next thing I got I'm actually so excited about. It's not funny. I have been meaning to watch this series for a really, really long time, and again it was 3 for £5, so I got volumes 1, volume 2, and volume 3 of Mushishi. I've been wanting to watch it for a very long time because people tell me that it's a lot like Kino's Journey, and Kino's Journey is one of my favourite shows. So I'm very excited that I own this. I'm very excited that it was so cheap. You're not to know this if you don't follow me on Twitter, but I, in the past few weeks, have gotten really into a series called Beck. Again, you're not to know this if you don't follow me on Twitter, but I actually invested in the box set, which is very mirrored, so I'm trying not to shine it at the camera. The box set for Beck, which is awesome and was really cheap. I got this before Expo, I got this like the day before, and it came with volume 1. It came with volume 1, some stickers, and a plectrum. But in the store that had all the cheap anime, I got volumes 3 and 4, so I only need volume 2, and then I've got all of the UK releases of Beck. How awesome. Chiba! I'm probably most excited about these, to be honest. Like, the stuff that I didn't get from Expo, I'm most excited about. That is actually kind of it for things that I got at Expo. Or on Expo Day at least. So really I wanted to enjoy the Expo a lot more than I did, and I've never really experienced anything better than my first Expo because that was just like magical to me because it was such a new experience, and they've sort of become normal. And I remember I had far too much money to spend and I bought about 22 manga that weekend. That was fun carting around London. So if you've ever been to an Expo, how did you find it? I hope you had a good time at this past Expo. And have you ever really gotten any like amazing purchases before from either Expos or just generally from places? I'm really interested to know like what your best bargain is. I'll see you guys next time.